Did anyone of you have done this thing? I have discussed about every element that is included in this form. Did anyone of you done this, or shall we do it now? Respond. Did anyone of you done this, or shall we do it together now? Yeah, let's do this together. As we are familiar with each of these elements, let's do that together. If you are logged in with your laptop, open the notepad and start typing the elements that are present on the screen. Sorry that the screen went out. So, can you able to see the screen? I think it would. Let's try that together. So let's try that together. As that sign up looks something bold and big, it might be of a heading tag with H1. So body and inside the body, I'd like to include form, and inside form, there would be these attributes. So let me take the opening and closing form tags, and now let me include label as username. Input type will be text. As they are not mentioned the username to be email, I'm going to take that type equals to text. Let me save this. And let's check each and every element step by step. This is how it appeared. So let's continue. Our next input element password. So as there is a lot of space after this, let's add NBSP next to username. You can add this outside of your label. Even if you add it inside, there will be no problem. So try adding it outside. So I have uh, added address ampersand NBSP. So let me see how it looks. So it a little bit aside. So next label is password. Label is password. I think that would be sufficient for that. Input type equals to password. So next label is gender. And for this, we require radio buttons. S. We have learned that yesterday. we are going to take input type equals to radio, and as we require two radio buttons, we are supposed to take this twice. This step is to be repeated twice. Since our radio appears after the text, I'm including the text before the input. Let me save this, and since use the BR tag, things appeared in a single line. So let me add BR tag here. Let's refresh this and check. Yeah, they are very close to each other. So let's add another BR tag to make that look more attractive. And they are not in the same lines. The input fields are not in the same lines. So let me add another ampersand NBSP in both the input fields of password and the gender fields. Let me refresh this and check. They have moved a little bit, but they are not in the same line now also. So let me add another NBSP. This in order to make the page look good and the form to be in the same format. If you leave like that, there wouldn't be any problem. But to make that looks pleasant, I'm adding this ampersand NBSP. So even now, this gender fields are not in the same line. So now I think they are in the same line. So now let's our next field, that is date of birth. Let's add it here. Label DOB slash label and input type equals to what should we take for this date, and let me add these things. Rather typing this every time, I'm going to copy paste this. So I'd like to add some break after this so that our phone number will be in the next line. So next comes our label, phone number. Are you guys following me? If you don't understand anything, you can unmute yourself and speak out. I'd like to take input type to be input type equals to text, but try using number and check whether it works or not. I'm going to use a max length. Max equals to 10, since most of our mobile numbers contains 10 digits only. Element, that is email ID. Input type equals to email for this. So let me add this and NBSP, and let me give Dracor here. So then we have checkboxes for languages known. Label equals to languages known. Let me end this label. So now we are supposed to take input type twice, since there are three input elements like English, Hindi, and French. So input type equals to checkbox. After that, our text is appeared. So I'm typing next to our input field. Then input type equals to checkbox, and our text name is Hindi. So next comes the field that is French. It is of type checkbox. Let me add break next to this. Let me save this. Let's see how it will looks. So these are not in the same line, since this is of this contains more number of characters, it moved aside. So to make all this look similar, we need to make adjustments in our using our NBSP. You people try that. Try adjusting the input fields to appear in a similar format. To do that, you people try adjusting that. Next, we are left with profile pic and these three buttons. So let's see. Um, for profile pic, they have included a type as file. So so that the user can select profile picture using that field. So the label is profile here, and the in type equals to file, and then after a long gap we had register and reset buttons. They might be buttons or they might be input type equals to submit value equals to register, and the next one is input type equals to reset. Let me add some space over here. So let's save this. Can you see? And we are left with this bottom part. This about us, privacy policies, contact us. Those might be anchor links or some of the fields. If you would like, try those. Uh, Otherwise, you can leave that part. Is this clear? Is this entire form clear to everyone? Is this thing clear to everyone? Try adjusting these fields in the same format. I did not give any action over here. Let's give action equals to, we have created success.html yesterday. So let me give that as our field. Just we are trying for front end thing, I did not mention any action at the beginning. If you want to add some action to your form, you can add just like this, giving action equals to success.html. Hope this is clear to everyone. And did you people try this? This can be done using input type equals to range and input type equals to meter, and try implementing this. So for now, let's begin with our today's session. That is, I have already mentioned that our topic for day is layouts, emojis, and symbols. So this won't take much time. So let's discuss this as quickly as possible, and let's wind up this for day. So as this name suggests, HTML layout, it contains some parts like header, nav, section, article, footer, and aside. Like in general, if you people open any kind of websites, you will be able to see some header part, which contains the title of the page, or the heading of your website, or the heading and the icon of the web page. And that can be done using this header tag. And I think you might be familiar with what now will do. Like, we usually see some options under our heading like home, about, and contact. Some type of icons will be appeared. That can be done using nav. And section. Section is nothing but it defines some part of your document. And article is something used to include and huge text. And aside, if you like to add something um, on your left or right side of your web pages, aside can be used. And footer is the thing that appears below your web page. And all these will look same with HTML, but you can identify the difference when you use this together, when you use HTML and CSS together. Let me see how this layout looks. Since we are not taught with CSS, I'm not going to implement this, because without CSS looks similar. So let me show it in the browser. So let me take W3 schools. So see, this is how a layout looks. This is your header, and this your nav section, and this would be your aside, and this would be your footer. If you want to learn more about this, you can go to W3 schools and look at this, and you will understand this only if you have knowledge in CSS. Other than unless until you have knowledge in CSS, you're not going to understand how this works. So let me show you the code for this. Since we are not taught with all these things, I'm not going to implement this for now. Once your CSS classes are finished, then this can be implemented. Just to give you an information that layout is also a part of HTML, I'm telling about it now. So let me. Okay, Sai Sri, I did not see your message. So NBSP is one of our entity code that is used to create some spacing in between our texts. Hope this is clear. Sai Sri, NBSP is nothing but non-breaking space. It creates some space. Hope this is clear to you. Okay, done. So now let's see HTML emojis, and let's execute this, and let's see, and let's give some random numbers and see how we will get the output. So as you people know, most of us use WhatsApp, Facebook, and all the social media where we can see different types of emojis. But in order to put those emojis in your website, there wouldn't be any kind of emoji pictures on your keyboard of your laptop. So, in order to place emojis in your web pages, there are some values to your emojis. You can type those emojis, symbols will be represented. If you can see that here, the smiling emoji contains a value of ampersand hashtag 128512. Similarly, or if you try typing some random numbers, you will get some random emojis. Let's try this and let's see how these emojis looks on our web pages. So let me open a new page. Let's give some random numbers and let's check. And here ampersand and hashtag are some codes that are to be followed for sure. And the numbers should be only six numbers. This is the format of the entity code. This is one kind of entity code, and the format should be as follows. So let's give this heading. Let me use heading for this, like H1. Hello, people. Let me add emoji over here, like 1, 2, 8, 5, 4, 6. Let's see which kind of emoji will appear on our screen. Let me save this. So let me give it emoji.html. Let's see. Yeah, some sad emoji appeared for that number. So like this, you can play with the emojis. So let's copy and let's see the same thing with some other number. It's angry emoji. We are displayed with an angry emoji, and let's try using some 16s. It's representing happy. That means if you can observe that from certain numbers, it's appearing certain kind of emojis. Let's try for a single digits. Oh, can you tell me what this is? Is this the world map? I think so. Is this the world map? Yes, it's the world map. Wow, we are discovering new things. So let's try some other things. Like let's change this also. Some numbers I'm giving. I don't know what will I get. So this is something. I think this is a notebook, or it may be a tablet or a notebook. So let's give some other random numbers, or let's give only three numbers and let's see whether it works. Oh, it up. It even works for three digits, and it's not giving emojis, but it is giving some symbols. It's a symbol of euro, right? So let me give two digits. Let me see what will I get. So I did not get anything for this. So we can't give two, and let's check for one digit. Okay, we are getting same thing for this number and even for this something. So let me give some random six digits. Did it did anything wrong? Why isn't Not working. Okay, might this works only till certain number. So other than that number, we are able to see this kind of symbols. So you should try using the format in this to get an emoji. So once I replace this with this kind of symbols, we'll get emojis, I think. Yeah, we got a monkey. Let's try using or here too. Let me change it to 2. Oh, it's something, it is something like a star, or is it a sun? Something, some symbol appeared for this code. Like this, you can use emojis in your web pages so that you can attract people in visiting your web page. So this is how HTML emojis works. Let's move on to HTML symbols. Just like HTML emojis, HTML symbols also have some kind of names or entity type or a number. Generally, mathematical symbols are not present in your keyboards. So if you want to use those in your web pages, you should use this kind of format. You can type like this or you can type like this. So these are the few symbols that you can use, and you can even search for few other things. These are only just like this symbol and this is the symbol that that these symbols are not appeared in our keyboards. To use those things in your web pages, you people can use these symbols. Hope this is clear to everyone. Any doubts so far? If you people don't have any doubts, let me show you one thing regarding forms. So, do any one of you are familiar with sheet monkey? I think most of you don't know what a sheet monkey is. Let's discuss about sheet monkey. Now, before beginning with this sheet, I'd like to show you something. We have forms, but do you know how to store the values that are given in the text fields? You know how to store those? That can be done generally using databases. Rather, using databases, you can temporarily store them if the data is restricted for some limit. In such cases, you can use Excel sheet to store your data. So for that purpose, Sheet Monkey is used. Sheet Monkey helps you to link the form with your Google Sheet. Let me show how this works. I have already worked on this, so I'd like to show the thing that I have done earlier. So, see that I have included 25 text fields here for this form. So I'll show you this form. So this is the form that is connected to this Excel sheet using Sheet Monkeys. Let me open the code of that form too. If you are using any type of backends, like if you are using PHP to store your data or any other databases, you are supposed to give your form action, like your action to that target database. But here, as I said, you people, that I'm going to link my form with the Excel sheet using Sheet Monkeys. So I'm going to give the link over here. I'll show you which link I'm supposed to give over here. So in order to use Sheet Monkey, you need to sign up with your Google account. Then you are supposed to create a new form. I have exceeded my limit, so it's asking me to upgrade to unlimited, but I have another account, so with that. This is how it appears once you open. Sign in with Google, then it will open this page. Oh, even here I have used all my 5 things. So let me use any of this. Let me delete this. I'm going to delete this form and let me create another form. So let me create some new form. So here you can select the type of form. Like if you would like to store your data in an Excel sheet, you can pick from an existing Google sheet, or you can select some blank sheet over here and save this. Once it is done, it will give you some link. Copy that link, paste that link in this place. Then your form is linked with your Excel sheet. This is how I linked my free registration form to uh, this Excel sheet. I'll show you how this works. So here there are 25 elements. So let's enter some values over here. It's showing some error because I have used the data type as email.com email. So let me select these fields. I'm selecting some random values. I'm giving some kind of inputs that I have already used. So this form includes most of your input fields. So I'm checking these things. I'm submitting this. Once you are successfully submitted, you will get this kind of message from Sheet Monkey. So if you can observe that, see, your number increased to 26. That means the newly entered data has stored in your Excel sheet. This is how you store the temporary data, or if you have a little data to be stored, this can be. So this is something that may not be known by many. So I think might help you in doing small applications. So that is the reason why I'm sharing this. So is this clear? Do you have any doubts? No doubts in this? So, in tomorrow's session, I'm going to tell you how you can create a repository in your GitHub and how you can push your HTML files or any other static files into that repository, and how you can host your own web page for free using GitHub pages. So, all this can be discussed in tomorrow's session. Do you have any doubts, or do you need to do you need me to recap any of the topics that are covered till now? Because tomorrow is the last session for HTML. So, do you have any doubts from the beginning of the session? Are the topics of this day clear to everyone? So I'll share you this slides, and I have included few references at the end of these slides. You can go through these slides, and these are the few references that I observed and I think they might be useful to you. So I have included this. So you can go through this, and that's it. Do you want to say anything for me? Any doubts so far? Are all the topics thought clear to everyone? I think you are clear with every topic. I'd like to ask few questions now. Are you people ready to answer? Say yes or no. So I'm not going to ask any questions, but I have covered most of the topics from this website only. So if you have any kinds of doubts, you can refer this website, and I have even used MDN docs, so I'll show you that website as well. So using these two websites, I have prepared my presentation, and if you have any kinds of doubts, you can refer these websites, and you can even refer CSS, JavaScript from these websites as well, because this covers most of the HTML and CSS and JS topics. So if you want, you can go through this and you can learn. You can even have some quizzes and some exercises over here, so you can test yourself by taking the quiz, and exercises where you can have some fill in the blank type questions. So this might help you to check your knowledge in HTML. So try attempting these things, and I'm going to conduct small template contest using HTML. Are you guys interested in participating in that? If you people are interested, I'd like to conduct the template contest. Otherwise, no template contest. Do you like us to conduct that? So, by that, you will be learning how you can build a small application. This is that that is the only reason that I like to conduct the template competition. So, if you are if you people are interested, then only I'll conduct that contest. Otherwise, I'm not going to conduct any contest. So, will you people respond? I'm the only one who is talking from the past 7 days. No response from your side. I don't know the reason why. At least will you speak in tomorrow's session, as it is the last day of our sessions? I hope so. So I think there are no doubts. So I'm not going to waste your time and I'm not going to waste my time as well. So let's wind up here. Thank you for joining. And if you have any kinds of doubts, you can message me uh, and you can ask your doubts. Not only you can message, you can even call me. So good night, everyone. Thanks for joining. I think you people don't have any doubts. Okay, fine. Bye bye. Good night.